Hey everyone, it's Samara and welcome to my series where we talk about really messy and crazy animes and mangas while we do our makeup. Like, this is gonna be such a fun time, guys, and I am super excited because today, for our first episode, we're gonna be talking about Welcome to the NHK. Now, this anime is super crazy, super messy, funny, depressing, but somehow relatable. But I can't wait to get started, so let's go ahead and get going. So we have 22-year-old Sato, and he has been living as a hikikomori for about 4 years now. He doesn't come out of his apartment because he's super paranoid. It's almost like someone who has agoraphobia on steroids. And this guy is convinced that the NHK, which stands for the Nihon Hikikomori Kaio, is out to get him, and they are the reason for all his misery, even though we know that's not true. He's the reason he's in this situation. But I digress. Yeah, it's a full-on delusion, but he thinks it's real. Deep down, he knows his life is a disaster, a total mess, but he just can't bring himself to leave. Like, he just can't get out of the house. But then some random girl named Misaki just comes out of nowhere, and she's a teenage girl. She's 17 or 18. They don't really tell us for sure, but she comes and says, hey, I can help you get out of this. Like, I can totally fix all of your problems.
Huh?
And this girl is like a little strange because she comes out of nowhere, says she can fix all his problems, but in reality, she has plenty of problems of her own. Like, this girl is a little crazy, and the whole thing is a little sus. She tries to get him to like sign a contract and everything, because the only time he'll go out is at night when nobody's there. And she said, meet me at the park at night and I will fix all your problems. You'll no longer be a hikikomori. And she takes on this project. Super weird, but he's so desperate, like, to be better, even though he won't admit it to himself, that he takes up her offer and eventually he signs the contract. Honestly, this whole situation is a train wreck, but just like a train wreck, you can't look away because you want to know what's going to happen next. And that's how I felt the whole time watching this anime. I was like, what am I watching? This is so weird. I hate this, but there I was in my room watching every episode. Now let's talk about Yamazaki. He is an old friend of Sato from high school, and he actually lives next door to him. And because Sato never leaves the house, he doesn't even know this guy lives next to him. But this man is a full-on otaku. He has like all the figures, all the manga, all in his whole little apartment. Like, this is a one-room apartment, and he is stacked to the brim. And he is like a video game developer. He's in school for doing that. And he's like, oh, bro, I can help you out. Because, of course, Sato lied to Misaki and told her that he was a video game developer for some reason. So now he's like, hey, dude, I can help you. I develop video games, and we're going to make a dating simulator game. That'll fix your problems because you totally have the work ethic to do that, right? He totally does. So they set out to create this game. But to create the game, of course, he has to play the game. And this man becomes obsessed and honestly becomes low-key creepy. This is the part where I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this. But he becomes obsessed. They actually spend hours working on this ridiculous game, like avoiding all the problems that they have in his life. Because Yamaki's no saint either. He has a lot of issues with speaking with people in real life at his school. He has a crush on a girl, and he can't even like get that right. These guys have a lot going on, but they keep working on this game hours and hours, days on end, trying to finish this game so that they can make some money from it. Because Sato is a hikikomori, he doesn't have a job. He's living off of his parents' allowance and he needs money. Yamazaki also has his own problems with his family too, because they don't want him to be a video game developer. They want him to come back home and work on the farm. So he's trying to fight to not have to go back home and work on the farm with his parents. Like, he's like, nah, that's not for me. Now we have to talk about one of the darker arcs on this show, because there is a theme of on the show that is very, very sad and was super unexpected. So Sato has an old friend from high school. They were like besties. They used to go to a club. They had a club that they created together where they would just kind of sit there and play chess after school. But this was a really good friend of his, and he actually had a crush on her. I'm not sure if she liked him back, but You know, there's always that tension in animes. But she reconnects with him and she has a partner and everything. And honestly, she is kind of the reason he has a lot of these delusions, because she has a lot of delusions herself. It's very interesting when you see them have conversations with each other. But she invites him to go on a trip with her, which was like, cool. Oh, they're going on a trip. Like, this was such a weird part of the anime, y'all. So at first he thinks they're just going on this trip together, but then she said, no, some of my friends from online are coming on the trip too. So he's like, okay, fine, that's whatever. They get on a boat, they're all going out, everyone seems super like depressed, and he's like, why are these people so sad? We're having such a good time, like we're on a private boat and we're driving out to this private island. They get to the island, he's trying to have fun, and he's like, why does nobody want to do anything? Like, everyone's just like somber, looking around, they're like, we're not gonna do anything, we're just chilling. Bro, these people, this was a suicide pact. These people went to this island like as their last thing to do. Like, so he's like, I don't want to die. So he's trying to like figure out how to cheer everybody up so they'll like decide not to do this. He has them having fun, but then at one point they all go up to the top of the mountain. This was the craziest thing to watch. They're all holding hands, and this guy is so easily like persuaded to do things. So he's like, you know what? I am gonna kill myself. So they're all holding hands on this mountain about to jump, but luckily Hitori's boyfriend and Mizuki as well as Yamazaki come out to save them. They say don't do it, and everyone's just like, wait, because they were already having second thoughts because of the fun day that Sato actually had them have. But then Sato decides like, no, I actually want to do it. Like, I want to kill myself now. What? And why does Mizuki give this crazy speech about how he's such a loser so he can't die because then she'll be the biggest loser? Is that supposed to be helpful, ma'am? Like, that part was insane. Like, the visual of them all standing up there holding hands was crazy. This is such a crazy anime, y'all. It's crazy. But they end up not doing it, and they go back to an island and reunite with a lot of their families and realize like they have something to live for. So that was a good ending for that. But Sato was very mad at Mizuki for what she said, which is understandable because, girl, what? Why would you say that? So now he has to try to go back to his life and move on from that weird arc. Let us move on to. So of course this doesn't fix all his problems. He's still depressed, and then he starts playing this online game. It's like a MMORPG, and he is like super addicted to this. Like, this guy gets addicted to things and he'll try anything. So he's like addicted to this game. He meets people on the game. It actually leads to him joining a pyramid scheme where he loses all the little bit of money he has left, because at this point his parents have actually called to say that they had to cut him off because his dad's sick. So they had to cut his money in half, and then eventually had to cut it off completely. And this is after his mom came to visit him and he pretended that Mizuki was his girlfriend, which was a little crazy. But yeah, so he goes and like tries to help this other lady as well. And this was a really interesting part in the show, because this one lady who was the leader of the pyramid scheme, they go to try to get his money back and give the stuff back. Him, Yamazaki, and Mizuki try to get his money back. But she's like, no, like, I have to do this. I'm struggling too. So they're at her house and they go to talk to her brother, and he realizes this is one of his friends from the online game. And he is also a hikikomori, but he's like super disrespectful to his sister, screaming at her, talking about, where's my food? Where's my food? Crazy. But she still takes care of him, and they realize, oh my gosh, like, she has it way worse than we do. We need to get out of here. But they do try to help her because they realize, wow, she's really like in the same boat. Something really interesting happens though, because one day she can't get home to feed her brother, and he's like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. But when she gets home, she can't find him anywhere. And this man had went out to try to find food. And in the process, he actually got a job. So the cure for hikikomoris is to take their money away, take their resources away to where they have to get out of the house, which was such a very interesting thing that they added into the anime to kind of see like the cure for it. But moving on from that, we go back to Sato, and he's still doing the same thing, not improving. And there's no like super cute little neat ending, because at the end, Mizuki wants to go in her life as well. She's very miserable. She dropped out of school because she just was not doing well. She was being abused at home, and that's why she moved to live with her aunt and uncle. And her parents had, died, and she was really struggling. And Sato realized, I love this girl, I need to go save her. So he goes and he tries to save her, right? Because he knew she was gonna go to the same place where her mother ended her life. So he goes and he tries to save her from jumping off this side of this like cliff or something. And while he's going up there, this man is like, oh, are you going up there to kill yourself? And he's like, no, obviously lying. The guy knows he's lying. He's like, so the guy's like, whatever, go ahead. So he's trying to save her, right? And trying to tell her like, your life is worth living, blah, 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 blah. Even though this man is depressed himself, so it was kind of crazy. And to save her, he tries to like play up the NHK thing. Like, this is the NHK trying to do this to us. Like, oh my gosh. Tell me why this man goes and instead is like, I'm gonna save her by killing myself? So he jumps off the side. But because so many people have tried to commit suicide at this place, they have installed like a net to catch people. So in the end, they end up realizing that they actually have something to live for, and they try to keep doing better every day. And like, there's no like super like neat, sweet ending to this anime, but I think that that's a good thing. So they realize that they are going to have to work on themselves and that they can do that together. Oh, and Yamazaki actually went back home to the farm and he's loving it. He got a girlfriend and everything. So he's actually ending up better than everybody else in this anime. But I think that it's a good anime. It was kind of a hard watch at times. It was very freaking weird. A lot of really weird characters doing really weird stuff. Because obviously I didn't tell you every single little thing that happened, but there was a lot going on for sure. I think it's definitely worth the watch, but please tell me about some other animes you want me to do synopsises on while I do my makeup, because there are so many, like the infamous Nah Nah Nah. That is a crazy anime. Or something like Peach Girl, super messy. So that is Welcome to the NHK, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like videos like this, give me a like and make sure you subscribe for the next one, because next we'll be doing a fun anime. But you guys give me your suggestions in the bottom. I already have the ideas of my own, but I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye.